scratch or something on there. How are we, people? I've not put my thing in yet. Julie, how you doing? You all good? Smokey, how you, brother? TDK, how you doing, man? You might be interested in this. Not that I don't think you will, actually. You've probably got way better ways to sharpen your knives. Hi, folks. Welcome back to the workshop. I'm doing some... so I came into the workshop earlier. TDK, good. Excellent. So I came into the workshop earlier. Turn my little light on, look. Frenchy. Put you that way. I came into the workshop earlier to finish these spoons. And as always, when I come into the workshop, how are you all doing anyway? Good. As always, when I come into the workshop, I don't end up doing what I came in to do. I end up doing something completely different. So I got my old sharpening blocks out. Just these. And I realised that they're all got wet and swelled up because they're made of MDF. And they're knackered anyway. This one cracked. And these are all knackered and swollen, and one end, look. Boop, boop. Yo, Tom, how you doing? Hello. So these are all knackered, look. These are old ones that I first made when I first got my knives and stuff. So they're all a bit knackered and warped. And so I'm going to make some more. Make some new shiny ones out of this. So I've got a nice bit of MDF, which is nice and square on one side at least. And I'm going to make some more. So welcome back to the shop. That's what we're doing. And you're all here to witness it. Let me just put you in here. The funky little stand thing. There you go. And see if you can see. I don't know how this is going to work, but I might have to do this. So you can see what I'm doing. Because it's all a bit Katie cornered in here. Do you say that? Do you say that in America? Is that a saying in America? Katie cornered. Well, that's a bit better, isn't it? Got a bit more room there, Clart. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Basically, straighten you all up. There we go. You can see what I'm doing now, can't you? So, yeah, so like I said, Julie, Schmo, Tom, whoop, Star. Hey, you like my new short? I only just put that up. Thanks, Doc. So yeah, I have these sharpening blocks. And they are knackered. I don't know if you can see that, but they are all swollen, and they're on the desk when all the snow came in. So they got knacked, and they're dirty anyway, and I've done things with them like put oil and water on them and stuff, and they don't work. So I got a fresh piece of 800 grit, and I got a fresh piece of 1500 grit. I'm going to make some new ones. There's the big man. Michael, how you doing, brother? You good? Thanks, Star. I appreciate that. I've only just put that out. So, first thing I did, I sharpened my chisel. Check that beast out. The business end. to sharpen my old Sheffield chisel, and went about, because if you look at MDF, it's not actually flat. Did you message that company? Yeah, no, I've not messaged them, but I know the company already. It wasn't Beavercraft, was it? FlexCut. Yeah, it's a big American company, that is. Massive company. I've not used any of their knives, to be honest. They're really good for like whittling and carving. And some of them are really good for chip carving. But they're not very well known in the greenwood. Well, they're well known, but not very used in the greenwood circuit. Hey, Shiny. I'm waiting for my life to catch up. So always seconds behind. Always seconds behind. Double click creates a light. They'll send you stuff guaranteed, you reckon? I know they're a massive company. I know they're a big company. They sponsored Timber Designs. Get a message sent, man. They have UK site too. Wicked. All right, will do. I did look at your email last night. It was late, so Monkey. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, so I don't know if that's far enough away, is it? Is that better? I kind of get a mix between far enough away and me being in the shot and you being able to see this. So that's that. Maybe a little bit closer. There we go, just keep the screen out of it. So I'm going to prepare some of this, which I've already done, and cut some sizes out. I'll look into that, Michael. Yeah, if that's the case, that someone else was sponsored by them. Hey, buddy, Survival. How you doing, buddy? Mate, if I can land a Chinese pen supply with my sub count, the numbers are doing well up. Plus, no questions. Right, well, I'll get onto it then, mate. I know that, like I say, I know the company. But I also know that they're massive, and so I kind of just looked at it and assumed. So I appreciate that you telling me about Timber Designs. That's really cool. Got to film myself before it gets dark. But you're on in the office. Cheers, Schmoke, brother. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you keeping it real one, mate. Keeping it on a real one. He's cool. That guy keeps popping in. He did some wicked videos. Yo, Wes, how you doing, brother? I'm doing something a bit different today. I'm not carving. Well, I'm going to be after, but I'm doing some of this. I'll explain again what. I came into my workshop to do some carving on some spoons, yeah? With all my carving kit. So to finish some of these spoons off, which I don't actually want to touch because that one's clean now, nearly. And as usual, I don't end up doing what I want to do. Not what I want to do, but what I came in to do. And what I wanted to do was reprofile this blade, which I'm partway through doing. But I also realised while I was doing that, because I was concentrating on it so much, I'm alright, Wes, brother. How are you, man? I hope you're well too. And you've had a good day, etc. So I have all these are my sharpening blocks that I made. Just by sticking some, get it in the right place, sorry. Just by sticking some wet and dry paper to MDF. But as you can see, they're pretty knackered and tatty, so I decided to make some more. And then I decided I'd prep it all just so I can do it with you lot. So that's where we are. That's what we're doing. I'm headed out, but hello. Thanks, Schmoke. Appreciate you popping in and putting us on in the office and all that business. Come on, guys. Fucking YouTube. Sort your shit out. Yo, Cobb, how you doing, man? You good? Don't think of them as big companies. Think of them as opportunities for good free products. Yeah, I'll definitely take some products off them and test them and give a real world like thingy. I'm up for that, Michael. It's really appreciate it, man. Not just suggesting the company because I know the company, but for like showing that someone else has done a similar thing. Like, that's really cool, man. Appreciate it. Did you wash your hands? No. That's why I've left them over there. Because sharpening and metal and stuff like that is not what you want to be doing around nice clean spoons. So even any other knife company, yeah. I thought about it with Mora. I've got their knives, but Klingspor, I've got some Klingspor as well, yeah. I've got some here, look. Today's video is sponsored by Klingspor, German company that makes wet and dry paper and abrasives. They're pretty damn good as well. You can tell the cheap stuff, that's 3M, so rival company there. But yeah, I do use Klingspor. So message them. Okay. I will. I'll get onto it, man. I've got the rest of the week to do stuff like that, so I will. But yeah, I'm going to be sticking some of this onto some of this, using some of this. Not sponsored by Mod Podge either. Mora emailed me to add for them. Did they really? Fucking wow, that's mad. Not mad, but like, I didn't realise. Jokes. You dick. What you like, Star? What you like? Come on, YouTube, keep up. 10 seconds behind at least. Blanket email out, look at the products, turn up. I'm going to look into stuff like that. Yeah. I'm going to look into stuff like that. Anyway, what I noticed about this stuff, pencil. What I noticed about this stuff is that it's not actually very smooth at all. It's kind of flat, but it's not very smooth. And so the bit I want is there. And I want to see how flat it is. Not particularly. It's right that way. It's got a bulge there, I think. It's got a damp, hasn't it? As if so. Come on. Well, I don't know. You put their products in your video. It's quite possible. I've seen people carving on YouTube who really shouldn't be near a knife, to be honest. And I don't say anything, but well, obviously it's just some shorts I've come across or whatever. But I have seen people pretending on YouTube. Not that I'm an amazing carver, but I'm good at most things with my hands. So I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to show you. See if I can show you. Do this. Bing, bing. Can you see the high spots in there? You see those light spots? Look. There, look. And there. No, they're the light spots. So what's happening is the grain is not actually flat at all. Well, it's not grain, but the surface is not flat. And the main thing you want the surface to be when you're sharpening is flat. So I've taken my freshly sharpened old chisel, knackered, but good pre-war steel. And I'm just skimming off the surface of this MDF. Basically, that's what I'm doing. Just to get it nice and flat. So when I stick my... that's alright. That's in the other bit. You only need this half. When I stick my bit of paper down to it, the corner of the table in, yeah. So when I stick my bit of paper down to it, it's actually flat as I can get it. You know. When it's square and flat. Does anyone know the difference between flat, level and straight? I've done this one before. So I'm trying not to like bust a hole in it, and I only technically need that bit. I only technically need that bit there. From there on. So let's put a little. One to me and Discord. Yeah, I know, mate. I've been on the phone all this morning, so I've been avoiding more admin. I can't just email you my address, but I did say there's a reason. It's basically because I ain't got the ability to come back to you, basically. So I think it's a bit bad for me to do that. But well, there. That's just the basics. I know where I'm at. Like so. So I'm going to use that bit and not that bit. An amazing carver. I'm getting there, Wes. I'm getting there. The thing is, I've been looking at people carving on like Instagram and like you know, like the ones who are like famous and they do lessons, and do you know what I mean? They go to Spoonfest and all that. They are amazing carvers. So I'm getting there. I'm getting there. My issue now is with design. I need to be able to design stuff better, how I want it. Copy stuff or design stuff better. But I do appreciate your compliments, sir. I think you've done a damn good job yourself, to be honest, but I appreciate that, Wes. Nice one, mate. Double tap the screen. Whoop. Who's in here? Fucking hell. What are you all doing in here? It's just eBay watch hours. They're not really here. Mike, England. How you doing, brother? I'm an ex-professional chef, so I know my way around knives, carving knives. I'll pass. I'll stick to turning. Cheers, people. Appreciate you. What's up? Working on first vids. Nice, Mike. I love it. Look forward to it. Yeah. Same, Cobb. Same. You can... Hey, Arena. Woo. You can have a flat surface on an unlevel surface. You can have a square in a circle. The vertical is not always flat. Exactly. So the difference between flat... So I do it with a ruler. So this is... You see that? Yeah, this is flat, this is level, and this is straight. That's straight, that's flat, that's level. That's the difference. So flat's not always level, level's not always straight, straight's not always flat. What I want this surface to be is flat, not necessarily level either, but just flat. That square there, flat as I can get it. So that's why I've been doing this. Afternoon, BK. What's up, man? Working on the first videos. So what I've done is I've sort of over sharpened the chisel, and I'm just slowly scraping it over. And I think you can see, if I show you a bit better, you can see the light spots there, there, so they're green. So hopefully now when I stick a piece of 1500 grit on, which is really quite smooth, like that, when I stick it down, it will actually be flat and there'll be no bumps in it, as long as there's none stuck on the back of this, which I will be testing, because some of my paper's just full of crap. Yeah, fairly good that. But what you don't want to do, whoop, is that. What you don't want to do is get your nice sharp knife, drag it across a surface like that, then end up hitting like a grain underneath it or something, or a grain of sand. It'll be like, plus it'll cut through the paper. So that's what I'm doing. Then how it's going to go, I've got to get my saw out. It's all hand saw business, you know what I'm like. Hit the like button. Oh, I did that on some MDF scrap. Yeah, it's good. As long as you don't get your angle of your chisel too deep and start digging in, and you just sort of surface scratch, it's quite surprising what it will pull off. You don't want to go too much, but technically it's a bit like a cabinet scraper. It's kind of doing the same job as a cabinet scraper. Technically, that's what it's doing. And obviously, you know, if you get a piece of MDF like this, look, you can see this corner, that's all battered already. It's no good at all, that. And well, not for what I want. It'd have to cut a fresh corner, so I've gone with the factory corner. So I'm gonna get my saw out and do a bit of cutting. How about that? Hit the like button. Ooh, hi Juncle Janark, how you doing, man? So I'm gonna go with fine tooth Stanley. There we go. Is that as far out as it will go? Yeah, looks like it. So I'm going to go with the fine tooth Stanley, and I'll put a little clamp on the edge of there, just because I can. A couple little clamps if I can get them on. These have already got dirt on them, so that's my clean fingers gone. This is all a little bit Eve Robinson, I'm quite well aware, so you tell me. But little G clamp on there. I don't have any quick clamps because I'm a Pez. Flatten the MDF and work the chisel edge at the same time. Yeah, man, you can actually strop a knife or a chisel on MDF. Yeah, quite true. So put a little clamp on each side. So I've got a clamp on there, just not tight, just enough to hold it so I can let go of the saw, etc. So I don't have to do that. I can just hold the saw, and I'm going to just cut down there. And to make my line thicker. Yeah, it kind of strops the chisel at the same time. You're right, Mike. So I'm not going for super precision, but I would like a nice sharp cut edge. So I'm just getting a fatter line in there. Now to make a line fatter. To make a line fatter with a thin pencil like that, see how fine that is. What you do is you go against the ruler and then keep going along and turn your pencil till it's that way. then it'll just make that line wider. There you go. Juan, tap on the screen. Woohoo! Here we go. People piling in to watch me cut some MDF. I bet they're all a bit disappointed. And technically, if you get your saw set nicely in the wood, you can always chisel this back. Set nicely in the wood. Once it's going, you can't really fuck it up. But seeing as it's just a sharpening block, I'm not massively bothered. I don't like this saw though. It seems to get very sticky very quickly. It's just a bit wet. It's got moisture on it, that's why. Got moisture on my saw from condensation. Just doing that. It's getting sticky because it's wet. Slippery when wet apparently does not apply to a saw blade. I can literally see that condensation on there. Have I got any wax? Got a little bit of wax. See how that goes. There we go, nice straight line. Yeah. How you doing? Cheers, Cobb. Pray for Lions. MDF, 1 thumbs up equals 1 prayer. You make me laugh, dude. What are you doing? Craft and Carve, how you doing, brother? Mario's in the building. Another spoon carver. He's a spoonie. If you want to go and watch how different cultures enjoy spoon carving, different techniques, then go and watch Marius. Right, put this down there. I'm going to move this bit of wood again so I can do the other cut the other way. Take this little clamp off. I know it's a bit of a faff, but little G clamps work quite well. There. This is a bit of a funny one because I'm doing it on the far end of a corner table and all that business, so let's try and get enough on there so I can just get at least 1 clamp across the end. Like I say, a bit Eve Robinson, but it's not really my bag. If I got all the power tools and that, and show you how to use them, but I don't have them, not really that fussed, so I'm just cutting this one piece out. So I'd clamp that down there, but that's the bit I want, so can't really. There you go, can watch me cutting. Finally got you on a live, mate. Dunham! How you doing, bro? You good? I know, I saw you in Nikki's yesterday and you were like, hey, Si, you going live later? And I was like, yeah. But she'd already gone. So once you've got your saw set into the wood, as in you've gone through the entire depth of the wood, then you can kind of chill out a little bit because it should just follow. The saws generally are flat and straight. else, you just do that. How you doing, Dunham? You good, mate? Hope you're well. You and your family. Like I said, this is not imperative that it's square. Just good practice. There we go. That's that bit done. Quite enjoying doing some different stuff in the workshop. Hey there, lions. Just saying hello. Cast off. Nice tree hugging. It's all healed up. Does it feel good? I don't know exactly where you broke your arm, but yeah, I hope it all feels good and is healed up. I'm just going to cut through that corner this way. Should release the shmoo. There we go. Not bad. You see the corner? That's not a bad fucking corner, youth. Don't know how square it is, but at least it's flat. And I'm going to sort out all that anyway. Right. Excellent. That's that bit done. Put that out of the way so we don't get wet again. Keep kicking my heater as well. Take it out. Move that out of the way so I don't keep kicking it. Who sang the song Can I Kick It? Can I kick it? Yes you can. Can I kick it? Yes you can. What am I doing? Bit of this. Whoa. Alright buddy. Chill out, man. Don't like that, does it? Got sawdust everywhere as well now. So just a little, just to try and square that off. Do like bloody nice sharp chisels, nice, isn't it? How we doing, people? Anyway, yeah, like and subscribe, get involved, do share. I never say that stuff. I bet that's about the 10th time I've said that all in the last 6 months. So, bit of 80 grit on go. Just a square block of it. This stuff is terrible, you hardly have to touch it and it just disappears. So I think most of the numbers in here, to be fair, people, are YouTube watch hours. They're not real people. There will be some people who enjoy watching, but generally it's not anyone. But I appreciate all the mods doing their modding and shit. It's nice of you, so thanks. Right. There we go. We're back in the room, back in the room. There we go. Back to me, I don't know, whichever. So, I've got a nice square of MDF that's pretty flat, pretty safe. Marius, you can use any glue. What are you saying? What's Marius saying? Oh, I've not got my fucking... What are you saying, Marius? Hi, MRH Woodwork, how you doing? Hey, how you doing, man? Marius, you can use any glue. What did you ask? What type of glue? I don't see your... Thanks, BK. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm using this this glue to answer your question. Marius. I'm using Mod Podge, which is basically it's a paper glue. But seeing as MDF is technically like wood, which is paper, and quite porous on its surface, I'm just going to knock these other corners off as well. What I'm not going to do is scuff up the surface because I want that flat and nice. Because this is paper, and this is porous paper as well because it's wet and dry. Then I think the metal glue, sorry, fucking hell, paper glue will do it quite well. So, what it do, boobaloo? See the grow. How you doing, brother? How you doing, Cedar man? Hope you're well. Oh, he didn't ask. You're just telling him anyway. Fair enough. People say stuff like, put one in chat if blah, blah, blah. See how many respond. If you like this kind of content, then you should put like a thumbs up in the chat, people. Let's go. So, do my own editing for this one. But if you can see what I'm doing, can't you? Just that way a bit. There we go. I can get that out of the way now because I've squared it off. Check this square out, what I found. You see it? Made in the mighty, can't see it. Made in the mighty Sheffield. There we go. And it's also got a crown on it. It says 1942. That's pre-war steel. That's insane. So what that means is that this steel was taken out of the ground, processed and made into something before the war, or just as it happened. It might be some sort of RAF as well. AM. Yeah, might be. But at the time, this would have been a precision engineering square. It's quite a beast, isn't it? But pre-war steel means it's not got radiation, so it's better. Radiation since the war has increased in metals taken from the ground, because obviously one of the things that radiation, when it's let out of bombs and such, one of the things it affects is the ground. Obviously that's where it falls, whether that's through rainfall or naturally on the ground from the air, or in the ground from the bombs. So yeah, that's going to go on that side, and that's going to go on the other. And I'm going to trim off the excess with a Stanley blade. Got them somewhere. Got them here. Oh, they're pretty rusty ones. I think they're my old ones. But yeah, need a Stanley blade, don't I? Stamp, nice, yeah. It'll be from Royal Service, because it was for the Air Force or the Army or whatever. Quite often things like, I've got a cool little, where's that little, I've got a little spanner in here that's on me as well. They're quite common, but oh, there's some more Stanley blades. Nice. I don't know half of what I've got in here, you know. They're the clamps. Deal of that. Put them there. There we go. Not that one. So I've got that's a King Dick Tools. That's little pocket wrench But this one is, it also says AM on it. But yeah, a little King Dick wrench. I think I rescued this one out of a skip and put it in there. British tool making, yeah man. Touched my tools now, look at my fingers. So what I do if I'm not wanting to get out of the workshop, and end of war spoils. Yeah, that's why pre-war steel, that's why it's called that. I have used Mod Podge to put images on wood so I could scroll saw it. Yeah, perfect stuff like that, perfect stuff. Don't know, I'm a star, put the thumbs up, wicked, woo. Cheers brother. I got one of them, I can't get it moving. Soak it in some, you want to degrease it and then soak it in some vinegar. But I don't know if it'll work, but it's filthy, so I'm not going to touch it again. I've got all little bits of tools like that, odd little precision tools and stuff. I quite liked engineering, so. But I've now got some proper clean Stanley blades, which are also made in Sheffield. So yeah, I'm going to Mod Podge some of this onto there. And then, so that's 800 first. Make sure it's got no shite on the back. I'm running out of paper. You can actually buy this paper with glue on the back from a company called Hugh and Hone. So big shout out to Hugh and Hone. If you want to sponsor me to say that, I will. Stick it in diesel, Woody. Yeah, that'll do it. Because diesel's technically like, it's not really like petrol. It's like very oily. Petrol's different. It's oily, but it's thin. It's thin and flammable. Diesel's not properly flammable. I know that sounds weird, but it's not. But yeah, diesel or vinegar. Vinegar will eat it away and then put that weird patina on it. But diesel, yeah, good idea, don't know. Diesel. My stepson throws rusted tools in used motor oil. Yeah. Yeah, that can help as well. Gets in there. So I'm going to paint this. That looks like it needs a freaking stir up. That stuff does. It's only been saying I did this about 2 months ago. Make sure your glue isn't going to be minging as well. So. When metal detecting, so that's the factory corner there. That's the factory corner, okay. So a bit of crafty this is, isn't it? Bit different to what I normally do. But yeah, it's quite watery and it does enough to just hold the piece of paper in place. But this is my budget sharpening. This is how I go about it. I don't want too much glue, because again I want the surface to be super flat, so I don't want it to like sit in between there and be like bubbles. So I'm being kind of stingy with it really, but I don't want loads of bubbles on it. I want it to be like a perfect coating. Probably be better to use a roller, but I'm using an old paintbrush because that's what I got. Because your problem ain't being poor, it's you're not very good at being poor. You'll get some old shit and fix it up. Some sort of meme, innit? But yeah, quite a thin coating, but it'll be enough to soak into the wood and enough to soak into the paper. It's already soaking in, I'm just keep it moving. Bit arts and crafty, innit, today, innit? Ah. Turn that round now, so that's the factory. So that's the factory corner. So I'm not gonna be able to use unless I do it on the other side. But does that work on the factory corner? I did work all this out. Yeah, there's a factory corner to factory corner. So I'm trying to get it square to square on the edge, on that corner there. So that's a factory edge and that's a factory edge. So I'll put the factory cut bits of paper on that side, and hopefully it'll be the most square. So I don't want to put anything on it that's going to mess it up, if you know what I mean. So I might press it down with that a bit. But because it's 1000 grit paper, I really don't want to muck it up, because it won't last very long as it is. But it is. This is just for now for me sharpening my one of these knives. That's what I'm after doing. Use a roller. Yeah, it will work better. It will work better. You can see it's just not quite got there. Yeah, it probably will work a bit better. I mean, I could use this as a roller, couldn't I? How about that? End of the bench always gets covered in stuff, doesn't it? Corner, that's better. I'm trying not to get glue on the surface of the thingy, of the paper either, because I don't want to knacker it out before I use it. I want to get at least one use out of it, if you know what I mean. Not quite got it there either. Let's have a little bit of that. Like I say, it don't have to be anything special really. I'm just trying to be as neat and tidy as I can. But it is only wood glue, so it's water soluble, isn't it? And even this bench is not actually flat, so by turning it over, it's not really going to flatten it too well. But I'm happy with that, and there's the overhang. I'm going to cut that off with a Stanley blade where it needs it. Right, this side, factory corner to factory corner. Excellent. Excellent. I will lose a bit of the paper, obviously, but God, it's warm in it. It's gone warm. What are we? 12.5. It's warmed up a lot. Oh, it's all the lights on. But the weather's improved slightly this last few days. It's a bit cloudy, but it was freezing fog for a few days. I think it soaks onto the surface of the MDF and wets it, and therefore it all soaks in, so it might need a bit more. See there's a hair, look. I don't want that hair under there making my knife clink. But yeah, a lot of people who do greenwood carving and such, they will be making these sort of things, but they use the glued paper. Buy it already glued. Hew and hone. Go for it. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing, can you? Can you see what I'm doing? Oh, why didn't you say? I can see what I'm doing. You guys can't. How's that? Is that a bit better? So, because it soaks into the surface, you kind of got to put two sets of glue on almost, just to keep it moist into the corners. It's already drying because it's soaking in. Right. Factory edge. straight edge. And be careful here because I want to roll that out. I don't want that crease to affect the performance, so I'm trying to stretch that. This is 800 grit. Yeah, handle the brush. I cheat and use a roller. Yeah. Sorry, just reading the comments. Alright, I'm going to shoot now. My notifications are back on. Nice one. Cheers, Dunham. I appreciate you being here, brother. I look forward to your videos as well. If you don't already follow Dunham Adventures, the guy's an absolute legend. He's one of my very first mates on YouTube. One of my first YouTube friends. He was out fishing on the time. I was chatting to him. He had his lad with him. I think I saw you in a live before that. But yeah, he does lots of little awesome adventures going around his Northumberland, Newcastle type routes, northeast area. If you like to see bits of the country, I know lots of you already do. I think BK and I think Ray's Woodworking, they all do that. They already follow him, but if you don't, check him out, check his videos out. If you like his content, give him a like and a follow, show your friends. Good to see bits of ancient Britain history, nature stuff, mountains, massive icicles, all sorts of cool adventure stuff. Yeah, check him out. Brilliant, really nice guy as well. Really nice guy. Appreciate you being here, Dunham. It's awesome, mate. Yo, Rob, how you doing, mate? You alright? Subbed you, Dunham? Cheers, star. Not so average railway guy. How you doing, brother? I've not seen you for ages, man. Not seen you since, like, probably Christmas. I think you came in at Christmas, didn't you? I found my other blade as well now. I know that's just out of shot. Just in shot for some of you. So, I found my old blade. It's gone rusty again. Look, everything in here goes rusty. Oh well, let's use a new one. Appreciate that, Si. Nah, man, you were one of my first YouTube buddies, mate. I don't know whether that, you know, I don't know. People, you don't always realise what people think of other people. But the guy's an absolute legend. He's cool, man. Such a nice bloke as well. So kind and like, yeah, just a nice bloke. So yeah, go find him, check him out, check his videos. He's been putting some new videos up. I think he's had about 3 or 4 in the last few weeks. 3 or 4 in the last few weeks. Yeah, lovely bloke. Check him out. I'm sure, I can't remember your name though. Craig? No, it wasn't Craig. We had like 10 people all had the same name, and you were one of them. And it's so long since I've spoken to you like that. I really have to apologise for that, Dunham. That's really bad of me. But check him out anyway. He's a nice guy. He always pops in, he always says hello, he always chats on his videos, ask him questions about where he's been and all that kind of thing. Yeah, it's cool. Cool bloke. Woody, how you doing, mate? You good? You love the UK area? Yeah, check him out. He's a really cool guy. Some really cool videos. So let's get these corners. Get these corners back. This one's not quite tuck, so let's get some more. Like I say, it's not like super glue. I've super glued some down before, and it goes all hard. It leaves ridges in the. So redoing the corner. It just seems to dry really quick because of that MDF. Quite porous. Remember, you've got sandpaper on the other side as well, so This is a proper ball ache, and most people will be like, why don't you just buy them ones that have already got glue on it? Like, yeah, right, mate. It's because I've got some already made, some of this wet and dry already made. How's your face, Rob? Cold? Brave man doing that on a live, mate, I reckon. Not necessarily in that way, but I know it means a lot to you, so that's quite brave. Yo, Rolts, Happy New Year. Things been busy and such. How's you been? All right, mate. All right. We're still here, soldiering on, doing shit. I'm making some cheap sharpening blocks. How you doing, Rolts, man? You good? So yeah, both sides. So 1000 grit on this side. So much dust in here after that sawing. 1000 grit on that side, 800 grit on this side, or one or other. Yeah, 800 on this side. Then all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut against that corner. We do this side first. Yeah. I'm going to cut against the wood. Kind of a pain if you catch the wood. I don't want to catch the wood. Like so. And always cutting up into the wood rather than down. So just pull it off. There we go. I've got two nice sharp edges. I'll do this one because it's a bit smaller. Like I say, this doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to make it neat and tidy so it lasts a bit longer. Okay, it's already come unstuck, but I can always stick it back down. Yo, August, how you doing, bro? You good? Lots of awesome channels in here. If anyone's watching and not sure, not like spoke to us before or been in here before, any of the people with the blue spanner, they're not just here to chuck you out if you talk muck. They're actually all creators. And the reason they're all in here is because they're all awesome people. And they do lots of awesome stuff, so check them out. How the hell are 170 people watching me stick a bit of MDF to some paper? You're all awesome. Thanks, people, for being in here. You're amazing. Jody's, Salvia, how you doing? So we've now got, if I wipe that bit of glue off, we've now got 4 square edges and 4 nice square corners and some paper almost stuck down. Bit of a faff, I know this is a bit of a faff, it looks silly, doesn't it, really? Doesn't matter ask, but if you aim for perfection, near enough is going to be good. Hey, Star, how you doing? August 196, fucking hell. I'm going to check out my peak concurrence afterwards. It used to be a blue spanner. All the upcoming wannabe blue spanners, just know, don't make rude comments. I don't know why you're not a spanner. I don't know why, mate. I don't know who did that, because I didn't do it. Did you restart your thingy or something? I don't know. What happened, August, mate? No idea. But the whole point of doing that is to replace these old knackered ones that all got wet. So these all got wet, look, and they're all soft. All the paper's peeling off and it's gone soggy, look. So I can't do something nice. And also, since I had made them originally, I've also realised how to sharpen properly and such. And it's a bit different to how I was originally doing it. I'm a sado dazzle, I am. What? Sado dazzle? Sado dazzle? What's that, Woody? Yo, Pat, how you doing, brother? I found that 3M 330 contact cement sprayed on both surfaces will work great and quickly. Nice. Does it stay flat though, Pat? Because the main aim of me for this is that I just want it to be as absolutely flat as possible. Because as soon as I put my knife over it, I don't want it to muck up my blade. I want it to be absolutely super flat. So what I'll do is I'll try it. Can you see that? Can't see what I'm doing, can you? Put it there. Can you see it properly? Ping, ping. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll just put a scratch pattern on the back of this chisel just to see how flat I can get it. Also, what I'm not going to do this time is I'm not going to put water on it, and I'm not going to put oil on it. I'm going to just simply use it dry for my knives. Should have sealed the sides with lacquer. What? It's not a fucking art project, Pat. It's just for sharpening. It's a piece of MDF, youth. Sealed the sides with lacquer. You're a bit fucking fancy pants, aren't you, Pat? It's just a sharpening block, mate. It's just a piece of MDF with two different types of grit stuck to it with some paper glue. So I'm really not fretting too much. I just want it to stay there and stay flat. I have got sharpening stones, but I find that if you can swap the grit on some of that, put that in there, keep it wet. If you can swap the grit on some of this and just keep it at the grit you want it at, it's a lot better. Kudis fly fish. Right, mate. Doesn't matter much, I'm just here to chew with, bro. Cheers, man. If I had more fingers, I'd have a look. But yeah, it probably would work, to be fair, Pat. Well, I guess you just seen what I just said. Yeah, just making this into a flat surface, into a sharpening block. A flat sharpening block. I'm trying it on my chisel first, because this chisel don't matter really. It's sharp enough for what I want to do with it. Yeah, white school glue, PVA, that'll do it. It just means that you can be a bit more kind of creative with how you sharpen a little bit as well. Oh, it's almost got it. Almost got it. Yeah, what the reason behind me saying that, not putting oil or water on it, is because it gets messy. Dust is fine. Dust I can just blow away. It stays where it stays. I'm not going to be too bothered by it. But once you've got paper, once you've got water and oil and such like stuff like that on your paper and then on your fingers and then it goes on your knives, it's like it's a freaking nightmare. So I just rather just keep it out of the way. So this is easy because it's just a flat side, and that's all I'm doing. Extends the block a bit longer. I like it, Woodlock. I like it, Pat. That's my top tip from Pat there. I wondered what you were getting at. Yeah, it seals the edge grain. So when you get it wet, like they did, they don't go all pappy and shit. Good idea, Pat. Like it. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I wasn't trying to poo-pah your idea. I was just a bit like, whoa. Seemed a bit fancy pants. Trying to keep what I'm doing out the comments. It goes in the bit where the comments are, doesn't it? So I know full well that I've got that, at least on this edge, as flat as it needs to be. And I'm about to show you if I can get it right to the very edge. I'm about to show you. You see the scratch pattern? We're not looking at the scratches. What I'm looking at is how square that is. Yeah, I'm looking at the squareness. So if that means that I know that I've got that scratch pattern all the way to the very tip of that chisel, all the way across it. Look, yeah. You can't get any squarer than them two corners, yeah. Which means that that is flat all the way to the edge, and that's the point of any sharp knife, sharp blade, hook knife, compass even, or or chisel. Writer or fighter? What you on about, Belland? Oh, okay. Ha! Cheers, Martin. Cheers, Cobb, mate. Appreciate that. Another American who can't handle people talking English. It's just bots getting triggered by certain words. That's why you can't read your comments anymore. If you notice, there's been an update for YouTube. Cup of tea. Impact adhesive. Yeah, impact adhesive is really good, but you don't want any ripples under it, and sometimes it sticks and it's rippled. Even super glue does that sometimes. It's got to be like super flat. So like I say, you can actually buy grit paper up to God knows what. See, it's not sticking. Look, don't want to have it, does it? Up to God knows what grit. You can buy grit paper with the glue on the back already. I'm just being a peasant. I need to start this hobby. I'm struggling. What are you struggling with, bro? What do you mean? What, with carving? Get yourself a knife, get yourself a bit of wood. Crack on, mate. That's all you need to know. So I've watered that brush down a little bit, and hopefully it might help soak it a little bit better. Like I say, it's only paper glue, it's not big. My wife is making £50 of caniche. We might not need firewood for a few weeks. Irina, see you later. Take care. Have a good day, good evening. Thanks, Lions, for your streaming. Thanks, Irina. Take care. It's really good to see you. All these people, amazing, lovely people. Lions, keep up the good work. Just came in saying hi and bye. Always be the man you are. Cheers, brother. Take care, my friend. I'm going to check out some of your videos as well, because I noticed you made a few. So we'll be checking out some of those as well. And I know this is unconventional, but if it works, it works. And I like to do this to keep that angle consistent. And that's the most important thing when you're sharpening. Above anything is a consistent angle. Literally flat and a consistent angle will get you way sharper than anything else you can imagine. Can you even see what I'm doing? Leave it back. It's in the comments, isn't it? Sorry people. Is that better there? I'm not doing the whole thing, but you can see that that scratch pattern is now to both corners, yeah? All the way across, and it's all the way on the back. That is about as sharp as you're probably going to get it, apart from a stropping maybe. Don't take off August. Ah, he's alright. She's darling. Hey, Eric, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you here, man. I see you've been, like, getting fit, man. You've been doing, like, burpees and shit. It's cool, man. And I was watching you do some chainsawing, but you were away in the forest, like, doing your thing. It's really good to have you, man. How you doing? Oh, just raised the burr on the far side. So we'll take that burr off. And we're pretty much good to go. And I've only used that tiny little bit of paper there. I've got all that to go, see? I don't know if it's super, super sharp, but we'll try it on something. We'll try it on a bit of wood or a bit of paper. Try it on some paper. Double it up. Make it a bit more stiff so it goes through it better. Budget sharpening, going down. Not that sharp, is it? I've only done 800 grit. So let's try it on the 1000 grit as well. So this is the 1000 grit on the other side. I'm going to use the same edge, so the non-factory edge. Yeah, Irina's artwork's amazing. She's a great, great artist. If you want to check her out, she is from Siberia, which is a wild part of the world. And she's a beautiful artist. She's got a beautiful dog. And she's a really lovely person. She's been learning English from all us lot. Wildly. Because I can't speak English at the best of times. I can hear that changing. For my mods, dude, awesome. I've not had mine out in ages. It's about time, isn't it? I'm just, oh, that's sharp. It's gone straight through the paper, which is what happens, which is why I'm not that bothered. But yeah, not that super sharp. Good enough for wood though, clearly. Needs the angle change in there. But I've got it fairly square and I've got it right to the edge. Fucking do your thing, you fucking useless piece of technology. But I've got a funny feeling just that angle's not quite, oh, it's not quite to the edge. That's why it's not quite to the edge. Let's do that. It's humping there. Oh, that was sharp. Missed the edge. It's always time to play with my mods. Well, don't know what's up with this paper. Making me look bad. But there's a massive burn mark there from this is pine, this dresser. there's a burn mark from when I was doing some welding, so let's try and square that away. Scorch mark from the welder. I could get that pretty good with a bit more work. But the table is so not flat, it's unbelievable. I've never noticed how far out it is. But the table is not flat at all in this section here. The heat's from the welders warped the wood, look. But I would say that chisel's pretty chisely. Anyway, that wasn't the point of doing that whole exercise. It was so that you can't cut damp paper, I know that. I'll show you my knife that will. I'm a mamod. Yeah, this paper don't want to cut anyway, look, it's soft. Wet, this paper's damp, that's what's up with it. If trained for service can cost 250 grand. But yeah, that paper's all damp and wet, that's why it's not working. Making me look silly. Anyway, yeah, the point of that was so that I can put this in the vise, get rid of that lot because they're all marked. I can put this in the vise and I can sharpen this. I might not actually put it in the vise, I'll see. But the point of it was to sharpen this knife. I was just trying it out on this old chisel, which is, it's not super sharp, but pretty fucking sharp. Feels like a Stanley blade. So I'll go with it. Second best dogs in the world after my Frenchie. Belgian Malinois. What is? If trained for service can cost. They can, yeah, they supposedly can do CPR. I'm not sure how successful they'd be, like, but yeah, supposedly they can do CPR. Yo, Mike's waiting for you. How you doing, brother? What it do? So I've not really thought how to shoot this bit, but Mike is making stuff in the building. I'm sure you all. You did this, didn't you? Stuck a piece MDF, stuck some paper to some marble, I believe. It's not very successful, this in, to be honest. A bit peed off. But like I said, I only need to do one knife with it. I never use a chisel anyway, and I will probably use a different knife for it as well. To trip myself over. edges off for that. There we go. But the point of all that was to do this knife. So let's have a go at that. Working on a coffee table. Nice, man. Sounds grand. Well, I'd better smeg off now. If you're still live on the back, come back. Thanks, mate. Appreciate ya. So I've got 800 and 1000, and I've been using pretty much 1000 grit to do this knife already. Can you see there? If I put that there, you can't see shit, can you? Well, here we go. So, surprisingly off-putting having wood chips under your feet. But at least we're not rocking on the table now. What about Belgian Malinois anyway? What's that got to do with it? Mike England, how you doing, man? Good. Mike England, I always say your name wrong, bro. I'm sorry. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put a scratch pattern on it. Just to check. Maybe I should go 800 first. Just depending. Yeah, might have to go 800. Oh, Nikki, how you doing? The Fusion Rocket is in the building. How are you, dude? How are you, Doc? Sorry, I'm tired. I should have done this earlier. Tell you what. I only wanted to do a couple of hours live, stick them fingers together and see what everyone was up to. So I'll do that. What time are we on? 9:30. Cool. Half an hour. I might see if I can do this. No, no point. It's not so greatness. Do it on the side. What it is I want to be around there. So I might do it just there. And I can get a full swing on the arm. How you should. How about that? You see all that? Hopefully you will. So if I do this. Fucking arse alarm. Always a false alarm. Hey Annie, how you doing? Yeah, I'm just faffing around. I was supposed to come on about 6 o'clock. Everything at world happened as usual. How you doing, Nikki? You alright? You have a good day? What are you on about, baby kisses? What are we on about? Fucking Malinois. I got no idea where it come from. Mike's working on a coffee table. Did you grab biscuits? Bolts agree, too stunning, being so young to love her, to find a way to support herself. Doing an essential run, ran out milk and tea bags. Oh, terrible, Michael. Sorry, I missed all that. Oh, I missed everyone. Sorry, busy doing something. It's not too late. It's about 9:30. I'm usually in here till about 10, clearing up anyway. Thanks for taking a look at my pictures. I'll try and get some more up soon. Thanks again. That's all right. No worries, Woody. I'm sure I did try and I did look at them. I'm going to do that on there in a minute when I figured out what chat's going on about. Yeah, I did. European oak vase. It's beautiful, that is, Woody. Go and check them out, people. Go and check them out. I know none of you have been to check them out because there's only me and one other guy liked it. You bunch of fuckers. It's got a beautiful oak Indian oilstone box. You made that oilstone box as well then, Woody? Oh, fuck off. And a mahogany block plane. Nice bit of mahogany. Oak framed bird table. That's insane, dude. I love it. But yeah, there's only 2 or 3 people like that, so I know none of you lot have been to look at it. Because there'd be more likes, wouldn't there? No worries, Woody. Yeah, put some more up. What knife is that? This is it's a home it's an original Robin Wood knife. Wood Tools. If you look up a company called Wood Tools, they make stuff in Sheffield. It's where my axe came from. So if you want to buy an actual proper fancy, well, it's a good starting axe that you'll keep for years, then I would check out Wood Tools. I think they are woodtools.com. Local to me, probably about 25 mile away, Sheffield, 40 minutes on train. They make this one, which is the Robin Wood axe, and then they make the Sheffield axe now. So this is sand cast steel. I'm not sure where they get the castings from, possibly Asia, you know, the standard usual stuff, but they're heat treated. Look, so the casting is heat treated at one end, and then they sharpen them on these beautiful old stones. If you look up Wood Tools on here, Wood Tools Sheffield, it brings up, you can see the workshop and you can see them sharpening axes, handling them, and you can meet Robin Wood, but it's a Wood Tools, and that's where this came from. It's the same company, Robin Wood. This is the original one where he's like printed it on rather than now they're etched in like this. So that's an old handle, old style, but you can just buy the blade with the tang and you can handle it yourself, and that wouldn't be crazy money as far as I'm aware. So how about you? Bit of a weird one, but it's all right. We're talking about Irina's dog. Ah, the Malamore. That's all right. I just couldn't work out where it came from. No, Mike's gone. He's doing a video, he said. Making a video? I don't know. Oh, making a coffee table. He said he was doing a video earlier when he was in Palado's live. Come on, YouTube. It's literally still playing me talking about that axe. What are you doing? Get on with it. How does a live play behind real time? I don't get that. I'm here. What's it about today? So all I've done is I've stuck some 800 grit and 1000 grit to a piece of wood, MDF, that I cut out, and I basically just done that because my old ones got wet and they're knackered, and this is the cheapest way to sharpen something. So I'm going to sharpen this knife, which is a hook knife. It's a bottom beveled hook knife, so the bevel is at the bottom. Therefore, you don't really sharpen this edge. What you do is you sharpen this edge. And I'm going to do that now on here. Basically, Annie, so thanks for popping in. Appreciate you. So what I do is palm up, hold the knife like that, and keep the bevel nice and flat to the paper. And this is all I did all that for. It's just so I can sharpen this knife. And I've also got a little spoon. Oh, I've got to ask you something, Nikki. I've got to ask you something. So this is the dried spoon. But it's kind of needs fixing in here. And I'd love to get this knife nice and sharp and wang it through this. But because it's alder, which I don't know if you can see the colour difference, but that's alder, that's ash, and that's willow. So you see the colour difference. That's ash, that's red alder, and that's willow. What I don't want to do is cut this out and it go a different colour or look a funny colour. But I wanted to ask you first what you thought best to do with it. So I'm glad you turned up, because I wanted to ask you. What do you reckon? I want to smooth it out and finish the edges and do this properly, because I roughed it out and let it dry. Wasn't happy with my knife. Now I've got my knife well. Just see what you reckon. Hook knife. Yeah, it's called a hook knife or a spoon knife, but they come in different forms. So if you are still here, Nikki, let me know. Why has it changed from top chat to all chat? Thanks, live chat. Amelia, how you doing? I'm Amelia. Willow's got a nice colour indeed. Yes, it's lovely. Hey, Amy, how you doing? Resonating Art by Amy. Awesome. How you doing, girl? Good? Get a baklava, Rob. Yeah, get a baklava. Sorry, I've missed loads of comments now because it's switched. My face is cold. It hasn't took you that long to catch up, has it, Rob? I'm sure I asked you that about an hour ago. Hello, Rob. Hope you and Beastie are doing good. I missed loads of comments. Yeah, cool site. To others, just subscribe. Thanks, people. Check out what? Oh, sorry. That's a really nice mask on the axe too. Yeah, the sheath. They make leather ones, and they also do a vegan one. The new ones, this is an older version. The new ones have got a W on there as well. They're real nice. But it's triple thick. So it's folded on two sides around. Then it's got a third layer in the middle, which allows the blade to not cut through and hit these buckles on this side here. So when you stick your blade in there, it's always going to hit leather. It's never going to hit one of these buckles. But they make a vegan one out of old fire hose, you know, like the red fire hose. So you can have a choice actually when you buy one. But definitely go and check their website out, dude. They've got some cool stuff. Did you show Lions your new knives? I didn't see the video, man. I didn't check it out yet. I'm sorry. I had to go when sanding goes through me. Sorry. I'm going to do some sharpening now anyway, so. Yeah, well, it was a lovely colour. Cobb Mountain. How you doing, Amy? You good? Bye, guys and girls. Take care, Annie. Puppy duties. Cool. Have fun. Yeah, fire hose. Because it's recycled and it's plastic. So they do a fire hose option. So yeah, you might not enjoy this store. Can you see what I'm doing? What I'm trying to do is get a scratch pattern on this all the way to the edge. You see that very fine white line there that my fingernail's cutting into? That's what I want to get rid of. So that's one bevel and that's a second bevel. I don't want a second bevel. That's what I'm trying to get at. Whoever sharpened it before sharpened a micro bevel into it, and that is not what I want it to do. So I'm just rolling it on the 800 grit, getting the bevel angle right, and then rolling it in. It's so uncomfortable doing this here. It's like it needs to be on an angle so you can get it right. That's better. Nice fluid movement throughout the blade. This is not how I'd normally sharpen a knife, but I'm technically honing or re-honing the bevel in. What I want is I just do not want any reflection to come back at me. So you see that edge there that's reflecting back. So there's a good edge where you can see my finger. And then there's an edge reflecting back. That's what I don't want. I'm trying to get rid of that. Now you can see why I was putting the effort in to get that so flat. Wood tools, that's the one. By craftspeople for craftsfield people, that's the one. Yeah, Robin Wood is quite an advocate for crafts. He's one of the people who started the spoon carving revolution or resurgence about 25 years ago. Really interesting bloke. He's really into his heritage crafts. He started something to do with the Red List in Britain, which is a list of heritage crafts that are under danger of becoming extinct. So certain basket weavings and boat makings and all sorts of stuff. Willow, lobster pot making from willow and all sorts of things like that. And he's one of the people responsible for getting that list together. Amazing bloke. He's also responsible for the Wood Tools Company, which is brilliant. Check them out. Hope you are too, Lions. I'm alright, thank you. Thanks, Amy. Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, really nice axes. I would say they're not the best axe you can buy. They are not seen as like the toppest of the top. But if you bought one, you wouldn't need a top quality axe. I don't think they're cheap. I think the hot forged in Sheffield steel axe, the Sheffield axe, I think it runs in the region of about £185 English. You can see I've got a consistent scratch pattern throughout that matte surface, all the way from there to there. This is what I'm after. But I'm really after just getting rid of that very final light line, very edge. See it there, look. That should not be reflecting back. There should not be a surface there. And that's what I'm trying to get rid of. G77, mate, I used to do woodwork in school. You can literally make anything out of wood and the smell is lush. You are quite right, my friend. How are you doing? I work mainly with green wood, even though I've got some dried ash and mahogany and all sorts of stuff that I'd like to make stuff from. But this is the technique that Robin shows in one of his videos for this knife. So I'm using that technique because he's the man, he knows. It's his knife. He designed the blade, the way it cuts. He shows you how to use it, he shows you how to sharpen it. If you go into my playlists, there's a ton of videos on woodworking, green wood, crafts, all kinds of stuff. The kind of stuff that I try and watch on YouTube instead of the algorithm AI brain rot that you've probably seen me all moaning about before. Oh, it's getting close. Getting closer. Close to 200, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. But if you look at the equivalent in a Grand's Force axe, it's about the same. Probably more brand new from Grand's Force, I would imagine. So Grand's Force Brooks are also seen as one of the best axes that you can buy. I would say they'd be fairly on a par. They are hand forged though. Savanta Jarve is another one. Once you get into spoon making and you start realising there's people making specialist tools for the specialist craft, it starts getting a bit pricey, but it starts getting a bit good with quality as well. They are some serious quality axes. But you could also go on eBay, buy yourself a thing called a backhoe axe, which is similar to this, about 19 quid. You can reprofile it from fat like that. You can reprofile it down to thin, and it'll be an amazing axe for 20 quid. So you don't have to spend that kind of money. Or you can wait on eBay, see if you can find some stuff coming up. Gangster, what's up, mate? Oh, is that your mate, Rob? Nice one. Mind your skin. The carving axe was much more affordable. Yeah, again, still quality. That's the carving axe. That's the one I've got. It's called the Robin Wood carving axe. They do a smaller version as well, which I think is even more affordable. Trying to get a wood chip out of my computer. Depression Talks, top man. How you doing, gangster? You alright, mate? Making chicken casserole. Whoop, whoop. Sounds good to see you there. Take care, my friend. Good to have you. I'm trying to whittle your pocket spoon you recently put out. Oh, you're doing one similar, yeah? Cheers, Cedar. If you don't already know who Cedar is at the Cedar Grow Box, then go and find out. What are you doing with your life? Also, Mr. Rob at Depression Talks. He prefers to be called Rob. Really nice bloke. If you ever feel the need to go and talk to some people, share your knowledge or share your story, then he's been going on quite a nice journey of mental health, positivity, fitness. He had a shave today on the live. That was really cool. Changed his look. Not sure if he actually likes it, but I think it meant a lot more to him for different reasons. But if you want to know, then go check him out in the morning. He'll be on live 10 o'clock every morning in the UK. Go check him out. If you ever feel you need to talk to someone, he's a pretty damn good person to go and talk to. Everyone in here, basically, everyone in here. Go follow him, go check him out, check the name out, go find them. Did Nikki ever answer me about that spoon, or did she disappear? I'm alright. Thanks, gangster. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks, Cedar. Appreciate you, mate. Nope, I don't like it. It'll grow back, mate. It'll grow back. You know that. Yeah, we're doing positive things, you know. It's a community, isn't it? Positive community. That is, you know, it's not my community, but I feel like a part of it. So many different live streams, so many different people doing stuff. Where's Amy? Amy, Resonating Arts. If you don't know what she does, go and find out. She makes some beautiful resin arts. She also makes a spoon. She made a spoon with a resin handle, which was cool as fuck. It got me thinking about ideas and stuff. Well above my station, obviously, but brilliant spoon. Go check it out. It's awesome. That's Resonating Art by Amy M. Go check her out. I finished the thing I was making, even with wounds being doing whilst watching. It's a different type of spoon. Haha. Okie doke. I look forward to it, Star. 2026 year of the Clart. You know it, mate. Clartology is on the cards for all. join us. Yeah, it's just a year of learning, self-learning, and coming to terms with what's happening in your life, and doing your best to deal with it and see through the bullshit and do what you want to do. Might be changing your job, might be starting a new hobby, might be getting out in the countryside, but all those things are about self-learning. Getting close. A little bit coming back at us. Yeah, we're getting there. I can feel it. Slowly catch your monkey, I'm afraid, with this stuff. Almost on the edge. I like promoting other people's channels in my life, you know. Check people out. That's what it's all about. If you don't want to sit and watch me for 2 hours faffing about, go and entertain your fingers. Whoa. Luckily that just went into the wood, so we're all good. Whoa. Oh, so close now. So close. Glad to see you all. Yo, Wes, how you doing? Another one, man. Look at the news. I'm alright, mate, to be honest. Thanks, dude. Wes is doing it. He's already done it, mate. He's already done it. If you missed him, check him out on his next live. The man's a legend. Tradesman by day. Dark knife night by night. Lions, does YouTube allow you to product self on your videos? What? Allow you a product shelf? Possibly, yeah. It's something I'm looking at, Cobb. I want to make stuff good enough to sell, and I feel like that's what I'm saying about this year for me is going to be some of that. Some bowls, some spoons. Did you ever see my bowl, Cobb, what I made? I'm quite proud of it, and I've been waiting to sort it out with this knife and the other knife, and it's one of the reasons why I'm doing this right now. I'm sharpening these blades. I know this is a bit boring, but I'll show you the bowl. I've got dirty fingers. Urgh. Yes, we do. I actually had Wes on the phone when the wife came in and saw me. She didn't know I had shaved. Ha ha! Fucking, I bet that was funny. Did it freak her out? Thanks, Si, for the mention. That's all right, Woody. I don't know if you're watching behind, but that was a while ago. But it's no problem, Woody, mate. She seemed pleased. Ha! She is, mate. Does she like it? Oh, no. He was making a spoon today. Who's that? Wes, were you making a spoon, bro? Sorry. I've been on phone and doing all sorts. I'll be live streaming myself making music and out and about showing nightlife around England. Daily life vlogs, so I'll have some unique and interesting content and interactions to share. Whoop, go gangster. Sounds good fun, man. Check that out. Go check it out. You don't need to drop a link anymore, do you? Because your app's already there. Press 1 in the chat if you would buy a lion spoon. Mike Langland's already got a bowl. BK should have a spoon, really, for the amount of comments she's put. I think she's the winner. Whereas I'll buy spoons and bowls. Hey, Woody, depression. You've done me on my own live. Cobb Mountain Woodworks is taking over. That's awesome, brother. Are you sure you aren't being too critical? Yeah, also, but, you know, I wouldn't try and make a car and sell it to someone either, you know. I know it's only a spoon, you can't crash it, but... I got a smeg chunga track. God knows why I spaced that weirdly. Forget how English works. Thanks, Cobb. I appreciate it, man. It's a massive uplift. You're a top bloke. I got a ton of spoons, man. I got a ton of spoons. This is a willow bowl, though, that I'm particularly proud of. And I'm going to stick it on this freaking dirty surface. Let's get that out of the way for a second. What do you reckon to that? Ooh. I'll do you a quick turnaround in a minute. Tell you what I'll do. I'll do this. Put you down at that level. I'll do you a little spin around. It's not been oiled. It's not been finished. But that's a piece, single piece of willow, hollowed out. I've just been waiting to finish my knife properly so I can get under there in these edges. I don't want to touch it, but there you go. You can see inside the grain. There's the heartwood. I'd love to do some more of this sort of stuff. I'm just no good at finishing them. Get lost in that grain woodwork. Cob, mate. You can get lost in that one, can't you? Got a couple of knots in there, little bits of inclusions. And I've got a curved surface all the way up and under, so there's like a, it comes up to the lip. The lip is further over, curls over at the top. But I've got dirty fingers and it needs cleaning. But that's probably one of my favourite pieces I've ever made, to be honest. So responding to you is funny. I know these guys. Oh shit, that's awesome. All you need for one of them, mate, get yourself on eBay and get yourself one of these, or a 1 inch or bigger 3/4 inch or 1 inch gouge. Yeah, the oh, just did it. Just gone over 2 hours. With the bevel on the underside of the gouge. It's cost me 20 quid. It just means you can hollow stuff out easy, quick. I'm gonna be doing some more bowls. I've got some big pieces of ash, but that's what gave me the ability to do that so easily, and it's really good fun. Thanks, Woody. Appreciate you. Nikki never got back to me about a spoon, did she? I watched this from the start. I've missed her. Oh shit. Cheers, Cobb. How many Pringles can you fit in that bowl? Probably about 4. I don't know. I'll show you the one that Mike's got as well. I just never sent it because I'm Chaz. Basically just pour, mate. That was the wee ash bowl as well that I made. Mike's claimed it. Beautiful smooth bowl. Thanks, Marie. Just need to sort out the underside of these edges and clean it, because it's... Wes, what up? I've been watching you make knives. Nice. Yeah, Wes is... he's been branching out, doing all kinds of things. He's got some really beautiful wood as well. Go check that out. But yeah, this is the Pringles bowl that I made. Mike claimed it. It's a beauty. Nick, here, you're back. I was talking to you earlier, but you buggered off. So I was showing the... yeah, this is the... Hold on a sec, Nick. That's the ash bowl that I made. It's not got no oil on it. That's just how it came out. It just needs a slight bit of flattening on this side. And I think there's a little bit of fluff, maybe in the middle of there. Other than that, it's just it fits in the hand, real nice. Bit of ash, soaked ash, trippy green, man. Check it out. Yeah, just sits nice, and you can get almost a full can of Pringles in it. So you can just sit and just little nut bowl or something like that. But I'm going to do some round bowls as well. But what I was going to ask, Nikki, now you all right? Fairly easy. Once you've got a curved knife, you've got something to gouge it out with. Basically, I went from that to that, and I'm going to do a round one next. Like a vertical bath. Yeah. This spoon, Nikki, is yours. This is your one. Made from the red alder. I'm getting it dirty as we speak. But I left the bowl because my knife wasn't working correctly and I didn't want to ruin it. But it's also dried now. So my question to you was, it's a bath bowl. What is a bathwood? Bathwood, eh? Did I say bathwood? Noodle bowls, that one. Lovely. Yeah, it'd work. Top tier grain. Beautiful, isn't it? Piece of firewood, mate. It's a piece of ash firewood. That's why it's that shape. It was a square bit of firewood. I stuck it in some water and got it wet. But I wanted to take this bowl out. Now I've fixed my knife. And I didn't want to do it without your say-so. Because I don't know what the wood underneath, whether it'll turn orange again. And you can see the difference between ash and the red. So ash is like a white. Let me change this look. So you see the white light on it. So that's ash on this side, and that's the red alder. But I didn't want to like mess about with it without you say so. Don't know what you reckon. Start. Look forward to seeing that bowl being in Virginia with me. Yeah, I bet you do, man. I hope you're going to fill it with Pringles, Mike. But yeah, that's what I was asking, Nikki, whether you wanted me to sort the spoon out or leave it as it is. You're the one that knows. I'm the one that's scared. That's why I asked you. Fair enough, yeah. I'll have a go with it. I want to do it. I want to try it because I want to see how it'll turn out. It's because it's already dried now, so I don't know how the wood will react, whether it will change any. But yeah, here we are. That's what I was doing, trying to like fix this knife, wasn't I? It's almost there, so close to being there that, and then I can sharpen it properly. So get it to the very edge on the 800 grit. Quite light pressure as well doing this. There's sometimes where I like just prattling around in the workshop, showing people stuff and doing things. I've also got a load of spoons that are going to burn because they're all broke and knackered. Where's your wash person? That bowl is bloody lovely. Beautiful smooth. Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Maria. How you doing? What is a shower? Oh, right. What did you say before? What is a bathwood or something. Like a vertical bath. Gorgeous bowl. Top tier green. What is a bathwood? Rose. It's where you wash, you know that, Rose. Orange one is my favourite, and the big bowl. It's a beauty, isn't it? Cheers, Joe. How are you doing today? Hope you're well. Welcome in. Why are you not a mod? You should be a mod. There you go. Nikki. So yeah, I'm just trying to get this bevel back to how it should be, basically. Don't know if you can see that, but you can see the consistency of that scratch pattern. It needs to be to the very edge, and there it is, you see, there's no reflection back. Whereas before there was a reflection back at us on the edge. And that's not what we want. We want no reflection back at us. Then we know that we're right to the edge, or the apex of the bevel. And then I'll flip it over, get the 800 grit out with the 1000, and I can strop her up from 1000. Thank you, buddy. You're right, Joe. No worries. Go follow some people in here. Go and chat some people up for subs. And then I'll be able to see how this cuts. Getting smaller, getting smaller. How's it going, my friend? Everything okay with you and yours? I think Joe, I met Joe through Rob. I think you were one of Rob's first mods, I reckon. Rob at Depression Talks. But basically, this is what I'm doing for a bit. So I made myself this block earlier, cut a piece of MDF, stuck some paper to it, and now I'm using it. I'm making sure it's really flat by using a chisel to flatten it, make sure it's perfectly flat, or as flat as I can get it, just so I could do this task. I literally built a brand new sharpening block just for this knife. What I'm doing is swap sides, see if there's any more grit on this side. No, it's exactly the same. What's up, my brother? Yo, Chase, how you doing, bro? Another legend. It's full of them. They all drop by every time. Chase is one of the American contingency, making all kinds of things, from jewelry boxes, turning pens and resin out of pens and out of resin and wood. Cool people, man. Cool people. Such a great community of people. I feel honoured that you all drop by my lives and say hello. It's really cool. So hopefully this scratch pattern now, because I've gone to 1000, is a little bit finer. But you can see those scratches all in a consistent line diagonally across the knife that way, like that. It's making a pretty nice edge. I've almost got a burr raised. Gotta go, now my giraffe is on fire. Bloody hell. Take care, Woody. Appreciate you, man. I know I've not done a lot of woodworking today. And 197 people, I think Rob said, watched me stick some grit paper to some MDF. But it's all about the numbers, isn't it? How you doing, Chase, man? How you doing today? I've not seen you since you live last week, I think. New Beginnings Woodworks. I'm only here to steal techniques. It ain't stealing, man. I'm sharing. I'm sharing, brother. But yeah, this technique that I'm using to get to the edge of the apex of the blade works for anything, apart from hollow ground scissors. But you can see that scratch pattern goes right to the very edge. Can I get it to focus, bro? There's no reflection back, you see. That means that this bevel meets this side with no interruption. The two just come together and create a perfect apex. Roltz, new sub. There you go, Roltz. He does some really cool artwork, actually, Joe. You'll probably like it. He's been drawing people. He's drawn me once, I think. That's really cool. In the corner of the short, it's wicked. Me there with a spoon. Has he drawn Wes? Maybe, I don't know. Need more thumbs up for 100. Let's go. Woohoo! Let's go, people. 98. I've not really been doing any carving, and to be honest, the last 40 minutes I've just been doing this. So I'm super surprised to get that many. But I appreciate each and every one of you good people showing me some love. And I never say it only for the laugh, but if you want to like and subscribe to everyone. So I'm just getting this corner because it's slightly different in that corner there. So I'm just getting that, putting some specific time into it. Man, sharpening, that is a skill in itself. Yeah, it's taken me a while to get used to sharpening a straight knife and then a curved knife. An axe is a lot simpler in a way, but you still got to, this is just technique, isn't it? Just doing it right. It's all about that. It's all about doing it right. Consistent angle, I think, is the most important thing. You can get that angle consistent all the way across, then you're good. The only reason this is taking so long is because I'm actually reprofiling this bevel from the person who had it before me, who didn't do the best job at sharpening. It's pretty sharp, but it had a micro bevel, and I don't want a micro bevel on this knife. I just want the flat ground bevel. Hopefully in a minute, in the next 5-10 minutes, you'll see me stropping this as well, and you'll see it come back to shiny again. Subdue Beginnings. Yeah, go check out Chase, man. He's funny. He's a really cool guy. He's pretty funny, and he makes some lovely stuff on his lathes and some other stuff, boxes, all kinds of things. So check him out. Yeah, those boxes, Nicky, well spotted. Yeah, those boxes are well worth it, aren't they? Cob mounting. If you're from the woodworking people and you don't know Cob mounting already, he's from Northern California. He lives within eyesight of Cob mounting. I saw it on his live the other night. He was kind enough to show it me. The chillest dude ever. The chillest dude ever. Take care, Star. Appreciate you. Sorry. Missed that one. Take care, Star. Thanks. I appreciate you very much. Can't wait to see you, Spoon Star. Sound is relaxing. Yeah. And check out Cob Mountain Woodworks. The chillest guy. Really cool designs and stuff. Chats around the fire. Techniques. Beautiful wood. Go and check out his boxes, man. Those boxes are wicked. They look like something from Lord of the Rings or something. They're just wild. Then you put like a handle on that was like a piece of stone as well, man. That's wild. You can see the Northern Lights from Lowestoft. Really? That's cool. Everyone's subbing. I love it. I love the subbing community, man. That's what it's all about. None of this selfish bullshit. I reckon I got it. I reckon I got it to the edge. No reflection here, look. Just an edge. Nothing reflecting back at you. Just a couple more, make sure. You had to take the fireside one down. Did you actually get a copyright strike, or did you just moan at you for? Obsidian handle, that's the one, yeah. That's a beauty, absolute beauty. And if you're into woodworking and you want to go and check out how he makes them, and maybe have a go at them yourself, I would highly recommend it. The guys will ledge. You sub to Cob, yeah. You'll get on with. You two will get on brilliantly. Chase, such a chill guy. You get on amazing with him. Learn some new techniques. Share a few of your own. Man, I've missed being in your lives. Cheers, brother. I only popped into yours the other day and I didn't have a chance to stay, unfortunately, but I learned a lot from that first few lives that I came into yours, man, about the pens and the turning and the fact that you're such a nice person as well, man. Chase is just a nice guy. Nice chill guy. Just have to do a new fireside without the music. Yeah, that's right, Mike. You were in that as well, weren't you? I think you were playing guitar, weren't you, Cob? You got copyrighted for playing guitar. The old YouTube. It's almost frustrating how little, how close it is. Also a testament to this steel. I'm not really concentrating as well. I'm watching fucking chat and doing all sorts at the same time. Let me put a full scratch pattern on it. I shouldn't really be doing this bit on the live. I should be doing some carving, but this is what I was trying to do it. The reality of buying second-hand tools off eBay that people aren't quite sure how to sharpen, so they go about it in the wrong way. Yeah, it's wet and dry sandpaper. This is 800 grit and I've got 1000 grit on the other side. Just wondering how to sharpen my hook knife. Ha! There you go, Jimbus Maximus. If it's got a bevel on the bottom, you do it like this. Palm upwards. Get the corner bevel flat to the surface. And kind of pull down, but not too much pressure. And then roll along. And that's only if it needs sharpening. I'm reprofiling this blade. That's what I'm doing. So you don't need to do this. What you want to do is you do it on a strop. If you've got a chip in it or something like that, you're going to do it on a strop. You can put a little bit of pressure on the back of there as well. Do you know what knife you've got? What have you actually got? Jims. That's crazy, isn't it? You were just wondering how to do your hook knife, and there you were. I'm actually, like I say, I'm not sharpening this one. I'm reprofiling it. Because the person who had it before me didn't quite get it. He's a nice guy though. He sent me a perfect spoon. My favourite spoon. He sent it for nothing, just randomly in the box from eBay. Because I bought 2 of these knives off him. But yeah, what I did was cut a piece of MDF, stuck some paper to it with some paper glue, and made myself a sharpening block. Yeah, they count as both. Sub to both. Woohoo! Yeah, 1000 grit. Yeah, this one's 1000 now. It's probably about, oh no, it's 1500. So I've used it at 1500. So it's probably about 2000 by now. Once you knock the top of the grit off, even if you've got a cling spore or whatever. I usually put a little bit of oil on, but I'm just not doing it this time because I don't want all the dirt. It gets messy on the blade. There we go. I'm actually heading for 4K. I never mention anything about that. But in the next few weeks, I'm hoping to hit 4K subs, which is absolutely mental. Because I can only just remember back in the beginning of last year, when I was, well, the middle of last year, when I was trying to hit 400. I've got lots of projects coming up and stuff that's way less boring than this. And some videos once I figure out how to get a decent video uploaded onto YouTube, because it fucking winds me up, YouTube. Well, spending time using the YouTube editor is pretty much a pointless task. There we go. By Jove, I think he's got it. It will be worth it for those people who stay, because I'm going to get a piece of willow out the box and chop a hole in it. Once I've stropped it. If you've got one of the hook knives with a blade that's fullered, if you don't know what that means, you probably haven't got one, because you would know that that's what you'd bought, I would imagine. Not to be like gatekeepery or whatever, but you would know. Then you do it slightly differently, but that's how you do that one. Anyway, here we go, strop time. So I use a wire brush, get all the old compound off the strop, fluffs it up a bit. Don't know if it does anything, but it's what I do. And it makes you realise that there's a pile to the grain on the lever. How you doing, Jim? It's a Mora brand. I've stropped it too many times already. It needs a new edge. That is how you do it. Get a piece of wood, put 600, 500, 800 or 600. 800's better. And 1000 or 1500 on the back. That's all you really need. Get it clean. Get it to the edge. I'll show you in a sec. What you need to do is make sure you've got a scratch pattern from this edge, where my fingernail is, along there, all the way across it to the other edge. And there should be no reflection back at you. It's got a very slight burr on that side. And if you ever need to go underneath, just to finish that off, what I do is get a round piece of dowel, put some strapping compound on it or some metal polish, and just slide it along in the curve like that, just to remove any burr off the other side. You can put a piece of paper wrapped around your dowel as well and do that, but I wouldn't recommend doing both sides of your knife. I'd just do one side and leave the other side. Unless you've got a burl and you know what to do with it. A burr, sorry, not a burl. Anyway, a bit of stropping compound, let's go. Sorry, that took forever. Find horn in Scotland. What? Yeah, they count as bots because there's no content to sub to, etc. So if you post message or short, the subs away. What? I have some knives and chisels and plane irons made with old days German steel, and man, that's good material. Yeah, you know, Chase, that's the good stuff. You can tell when you sharpen it, huh? Are they lathe tools that you've got? German lathe tools, wow. I can't get my compound on. There we go. You don't need a shit ton of this stuff anyway. There we go. 2 new subs, Jim. Woohoo! I've not so average. I'll have to go and check it out. Is it on your community page? So I do the strop in the same way. And hopefully from the 1500 grit, or probably more like 1800 grit once you've used it, because it knocks the top off the grit. Green compound is usually about 15,000 grit, 20,000 grit. It's quite a jump, but once you're over 1,000 grit, you're pretty much there in terms of performance of the grit. Just going to put a bit more there. This all melted in the summer and ended up, all the wax came out of it, so it's a nightmare. So one side flat and the curved side beveled like a chisel. Yep, exactly. Yo, Carnage, I think I'm gonna have to buy 2 new chainsaws. It's taking too much to fix these ones. I thought you bought one. You bought a chainsaw, didn't you, bro? I thought you got another one. Have you not been able to rebuild it? But yeah, that's the way, Jim. You can always come back, ask me anyway. I'm not live every day, but I'm live a couple of 3 times a week, generally, depending on what I'm up to. Gonna have to save up and buy a still. Did you see the one that Ron got? Check out the chainsaw that Ron got, Carnage, because it's pretty much a still copy. And to be fair, I don't know how you're birding them out, to be honest. But yeah, go and have a check out of Ron's channel when he gets his new chainsaw. I think I'm sure he put a video up of it. Getting there. Whoa. Get squeaky at the end because it's got vibration through the rest of it. But yeah, check that chainsaw out that Ron got. He says he's well happy with it, man. It's a big one. And it's a 330 or something. Bought a new one and it's taking too much to fix. You can't buy parts for it anymore. 300 quid garbage. Oh, Polan, because it's Polan, yeah. Fair enough. What brand? 3816 was beautiful till I fucked up at Aaron's house. Yeah, well, it's all part of the learning process, isn't it? Learn some about engines and chainsaws. Ron's your man as well. He knows some stuff about chainsaws, and he's in Canada, isn't he? So he's in the same place for postage and stuff like that. Kyle Hall, yeah, I've watched his channel before as well. Thanks, BK. It's really useful of you. Really helpful of you, sorry, not useful. Makes you sound useful. Well, the newer one I got, it was working till I had people work on it for me. Now it's not working. And the other one, it didn't blow up. There was a piece of metal stuck in it, but now it's part in. Oh shit. I had the same still for 15 years. Yeah. This is the thing. If you do buy a still, Or to be fair, some Husqvarna, you'll keep them forever. In my shed, I don't know if it's fixable. You've got to be able to take it apart and find out. To be fair, once you take the handle and all the plastics off, it's just a piston in an engine, isn't it? There's not a lot to it because it's two-stroke. Most of the workings of a two-stroke is the piston and the crank. There's not a lot more to it. Doesn't have a valve system, does it? Or timing chains or anything like that, because it's two-stroke. So I'm pissed and I'm not cutting any more wood for Anne's dad ever again. Fair enough. To be fair, dude, the guy should have plenty. And hopefully it'll last him. 2 still and a Dolmar, and I've never had any problem with the stills. Dolmar's been easy to work on. Yeah, I think it's probably a case of kind of just probably in a place where he's like a bit peeved with the whole situation, so he's probably not really wanting to work on them as well. But there is people who'll do it, and I'm sure if you part... Fuck, this thing's sharp. Right, who wants to see this blade go through some green willow? I can feel this thing sharp from touching it. Fucking ridiculous. Sorry it's taken so long and I look like I'm just being boring. But I'm not going to stick it through a spoon. But I'll happily stick it through a piece of willow. I don't blame you, to be fair, Carnage. I know you've done a good deed for your mate, and so I think you deserve to be able to say that. Have them buy you a saw if you're of your own, after all, friends, and cut their wood. Exactly. Almost 120 likes. Let's go. Make sure they hit that thumbs up. Cheers, brother. I appreciate you being a top mod. I'm going to get some wood and I'm going to stick this through it. We're going to see exactly what it does. I want to clean my hands, but anyway. Oi. Don't trip over that. Freaking petrol can for the chainsaw. That's the got petrol in it. Shit, I didn't even know that. Got a piece of willow in here. Two big bits of ash. What's this? A little bit of ash. Oh, that's fucking stinks. I need to make some more blanks. So I've got some wet wood. Bring you guys a bit closer. The wood box stinks. I've got the old Parker chainsaw over there. It's done quite well. I've not done a lot with it. I've just cut one tree, basically, one full tree into rounds. But it's always worked pretty well. Stab these off. But they stink anyway. But wet ash and wet willow. So we'll do a bit. Let's put that somewhere safe. Let's square this ash off with the blade. Make a nice surface there. Fuck it, every time I turn around. Ghostbird Clart. Howdy. Howdy, partner. You missed the boring bit. I've been sharpening that blade for fucking 20-30 minutes, probably more, I don't know. I'm just about to open up some I'm not axing much out, I'm just trying to get to the surface. Slippery surface. But I did my I did my block, made my sharpening block, new one, 800, 1500, and I've reprofiled my other knife. I'm just about to stick it through some pretty hard. The original blueprint for the saw. Yeah, you should be able to. You alright, Carnage? It'll come round, man. It'll come round. Can you see that if I do that there? Let's get it started. And that's ash that's been in the water for nearly 3 months. And it's tearing through it. Literally, I'll do it nice and slow, look. It's literally tearing through it. Not a lot of pressure at all. I'm trying to stay in the same place to just create the perfect shaped bowl for this spoon knife. So each knife's got a different profile and therefore will create a different shape. But that is sideways grained through an ash, and that's just laughing. And it's got more strop. I could do more stropping to it, to be honest. I could make that edge finer. Look at that, you can see through it. And also, if I want to dig it in, it will take more. If you're not subbed up to Ghostbird, go and check her out. She does some beautiful artwork. She's going to just start a channel a couple of months in. She's going to be doing some amazing art, paintings, pastels, collaging. Look at that. Look at that stuff. See that? You can see my finger through it. It's like bog roll. And there's the hollow that it's dug out of that piece. Look. Beautiful, beautiful that. Same with this piece of willow. I'll do the same with that. Does it have a link? BK, what are you working on now? Stunning. Stunning, thanks. What I might do with this is it will need a strap again anyway. I might go through. Oh, it's so wet, this wood, it's ridiculous. Ugh. Bing in. And it smells like as well. Oh, it's still got moss on it. And a chainsaw mark from where it got cut down. Wouldn't normally do it. No, fuck it. I'll make a flat. I'll make a flat through the bark. straight through the bark into the willow. Get a nice piece like that, nice and flat. Sharp. 120 likes. Oh yeah, let's hit 130. Cobb, you're wicked, man. You're such a top geezer. I can't actually see my screen because there's so much dust on it from sawing earlier. So get it from a flat into a round, and there we go. See, just popping out like apples. Look at that, got dirt in it. Dirt in it from the so this is green willow, but it's old willow, and you can see how you're supposed to create the spoon from just making the bowl. But that's the limit of this knife, it won't go any deeper. That's the full limit of the knife in the hole, because it's that profile. Can you even see that? Was I doing that in the right place? Yeah. If you get a different spoon knife, you'll see the profile is different. You'll get a different knife. Cheers, Mike. Appreciate you, brother. So this one's a different shape. One's a compound curve, this one, and one's a flat curve. You can get other shapes as well, but they're the ones I've got. And this one will dig in even deeper. Use both ends of the knife technically. You see a slightly different shape from the other one. That's the full extent of that blade as well. So we just clean this log up because it's absolutely disgusting. It's just got green slime all over it. It's going all over the wood. I should have cleaned it first. But there you go. That's how they work. Potato! Yeah, it's like an apple, isn't it? Straight through. Beautiful little shavings. Tons of them on the floor down there. Typed in the parts number, can't find it. Poulan, best place. New carbs, cuts like butter. Thanks, Jim. Green frog skin. Yeah, it does, doesn't it, Gillian? How you doing? You alright? Look on Amazon, Home Depot. Yeah, I can see it. Hit that thumbs up. Let's get to Cobb, you're a fucking legend, mate. If you're not subbed to Cobb Mountain, what are you doing with your life? Go and check him out on his lives. Chillest, most chillest dude. Possibly on YouTube. There is another guy who's in close contention for that prize as well. Oh, what's that guy's name? The Mystic Forge. Yeah, that guy's cool as fuck. He's chilled as well. But yeah, check him out. Pretty much done now. Got those things nicely. Let me do this. Clean this wood off properly. I'll show you these knives again. I'll put it there. Whoa. So this is the first one. You can see how small they are now, look, and how deep they are. Different shape, different depth. You can see the different reason for the different profiles. Creates a different shape in the wood. And then this is the compound. Thanks BK for helping Carnage. It's real nice of you. So you can see there the two profiles of the two different blades and what they create in the wood. There you go. Rubbing wood, spoon knives, hook knives, whatever you want to call them. Pretty versatile as well, these, because they've got a longer handle, so you can get that in the vise, get two hands on it, and you can really get some sort of cranking. You can also use them like this. Can you see that? So you can use your knife like that with the thumb on the back. It creates the ability to do this. By putting pressure against there, you're creating pressure at the front like that. It's leverage. And you can make big bowls and stuff like that. Clean out the bottom of a bowl and stuff. So pretty versatile knives. Yeah, check them out. Wood Tools. If you're watching, Robin, or anyone who knows Wood Tools, Robin, you can send me some. I'll test them out for you. I've already got them, man. I've already got them. So yeah, there we go. Reprofiled two of my tools now. Back to proper good working action. Couple more strops and we'll be in. We'll be good. There we go. Right, I'm going to sit down and have a chat with you lot for 5 minutes. And probably go and get some supper. Email them. Ghost Bird. Cobb Martin's cool, isn't he? Yeah, Ghost. I don't know if you watched some of the live the other day with me, but yeah, straight through the ash, straight through the willow. Little handy little hatchet. Yeah, it's specifically designed for being small enough for carving, basically. I've got a couple hatchets. That's the one I bought myself from eBay. But I do have a couple of hatchets. I'm also going to use this sharpening stone that I made earlier to sharpen my bushcraft knife even further as well. So I can't wait to do that. It's going to be cool. You have a gentle touch. With what? Have you tried to make an instrument like a violin? Nah. I'd love to do a guitar. I've actually got an electric guitar project. I have got an electric guitar project. I've got a Dean electric that was an SG body, and I got drunk about 10 or 15 years ago. It was leant up against my wall. I got drunk and then leant on it with my arse, and I snapped the neck off the body, and the body is just a piece of wood, and I have the body, so I can cut the body and make a new one. Don't know if I'll ever do it, but I'd love to, because then I can take all the electronics out of there, put them in the new body. I need to router it, and fix them all in, and it'd work perfectly fine. It still works. It just, the neck has taken the piece from below the body with it and snapped it away from the actual body. So maybe I'll do that one day. Handy little hatchet. Ooh, Jarlsberg cheese. Yeah, it looks a bit like that, doesn't it? Whittling was invented by John Whittle, who wanted more wood to look like gnomes. Bro, is that real? Is that real, man? If that's real, I'm going to stick that in there. That's wild, brother. If that's real, that's cool. John Whittle. Cheers, Rolts. Gotta go shovel and buy sandpaper. Yes, do it. So you want 800, 1200, 1500, 2000, and anything above that you can get hold of. The smaller steps you can do, the quicker it is. But see how you get on, man. Come back, Jim, and let us know. Where are you from, Jim, anyway? See you later. Oh, I'll find out later. Come back and tell us where you're from. In that case, mate, that is getting pinned. That's fucking hilarious. John Whittle. He wanted more wood to look like gnomes. I fucking love it. These are both going to turn into spoons at some point eventually as well. Maybe this one. Maybe I could. My nephew stopped on my son's left-handed neck too. Oh, your nephew stepped on your son's left-handed neck. Ooh. Yeah, well, I've only got to make the body, and it's a solid body. So I got some wood. I just need to measure it and get it out. Basically, it's just snap. I've got the bolts, everything. I just need to make a fresh piece of wood, measure it all up, put the right places in the right places, and bolt her on. Probably make it a bit thicker, actually, a little bit thicker. Be cool, wouldn't it? But yeah, there we go. Wood Tools X and some nice wood tools, knives. Maybe what I'll do with this one, I'll make the bowl out of the wood, and then I'll cut around it. How about that? That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Just flatten that off a bit more. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can. No, it'd be straight. Wouldn't have any crank in it, would it? We'll see. But thanks, people. I fucking really appreciate all you people. Amazing people. Supporting each other, supporting me, coming and watching, chatting away, being freaking cool. You're all awesome. I keep reading that thing about John Whittle. That's fucking ace, man. I like it. But yeah, that's how to make a DIY. Do it yourself. Couple of quid. You can also buy this with sticky back. So if you buy some wet and dry with sticky back on it, I would recommend it. Unless you're sharpening this kind of knife. And then really you need a proper knife sharpener. But this will still do it. That's why I specifically made it that big. So I can do the entire blade on it. And that's what I will be doing. Because I've got it sharp, but not proper sharp. So it would be cool. Yeah, I'll do it one day. I need a router. I need to borrow Adam's router or something. And see what I can do. Yeah, it's made my night, that has, Cobb. Fucking appreciate you, brother. You're fucking cool. check him out. Awesome boxers. What was the thing you made? Oh, what was the thing you made, dude? The crazy shapes, or the cut out scrolled shapes, man. That was wild. Take that off of there so they don't get wet. But yeah, got a new sharpening block. Woohoo! What's a router? It's like a drill, but the bits on the drill, so like a drill bit, like that, like a drill bit is designed to specifically, well, it's not a drill bit, it's called a drill, but it's specifically designed to go down into the wood like that. So it's pointed on the end. A router is usually flat. It can be shaped on the end, different shapes, and it's designed to go against the side of the wood like that. So you can cut like a step. So you can cut into a piece of wood like that. So it's a drill with a press, change depth and all that kind of thing, and you can change the bits. So you can make like a shape across, you can make curves, you can round off corners. So basically what you do is put it on a piece of wood and round it off like that, and you can make like a nice round corner on it. That's what a router is basically. Thanks for stream, man. Got me through my work day. Woo! No worries, Cobb. I appreciate you, brother. I really appreciate you. I'm so glad I bumped into you and found your channel, dude. I love bumping into people and finding the channels and just going, hey, dude, that's cool. And they just, can you get left-handed tools? Some, yeah. You can get these in left-handed and right-handed. You can get them in both sides as well. So both sides have got a, you can get one of this exact tool, but where the blade is on this side, which you would, if you were left-handed, you would use it that way, which feels really weird, but you would do it that way. And right, this is a right-handed one for doing it this way. But yeah, you can get some left-handed tools, definitely. You can get a multi-pack of wet dry sandpaper at automatic parts store. Yeah, automotive parts store. Yeah, wet and dry sandpaper, cheap, simple, easy. Don't need specialist kit really. I mean, you can. And if you're doing your proper carving knives, literally all you need to do, you don't even need to do all that, like you don't really need to do all that kind of special sharpening business either. You can literally put it on the bevel like that and just flip her over, 1000 grit, like that, and just work your way to the bevel. You don't need to do all that at all. You can if you want to, but you really don't need to. All you're doing is getting that bevel absolutely flat to the apex, and that one the same, and then they meet in the middle, and that's what creates the blade edge. Old boy Roy. Alex. Did you get rid of him? Thanks, Si. I didn't know that. Yeah, you can. Certain tools. You can get axes that are left and right-handed for hewing. So it's flat on one side, flat bevel. There's probably loads more that I can't think of. I don't think hammers and screwdrivers, they don't come in left and right-handed, but some tools do. It's a bit of a joke, innit? Left-handed screwdriver. You can carve left and right spoons and spatulas. Yeah. You can make a spatula like angled on the bottom so that it works for a right-handed person in a pan when you're cooking, or you could make it the other way so it works for a left-handed person in the pan. So yeah, asymmetrical is also kind of left and right-handed, isn't it? Ooh, that would be cool. Yeah, so that's what I'd do. Cut the guitar body out. You'd want it to round it off as well and make it nice, and then to dip inside and create like it's so you can create like a slot or a depth cut without going in the edges. Do you know what I mean? You can just plunge straight in, cut around it. I'll show you one. Alex, that's old boy Roy. Did you get rid of him? Salut Spooners. How you doing, Alex, man? How's French France? Le Mans? How's Le Mans? to Le Mans. Like a pocket. Yeah. Just make a kind of indentation or a you can get round router parts as well, so you can kind of make like that. Can make lots of dimples like a golf ball surface. It's quite a cool tool actually. You can also put it on a table upside down and pass things along it, and you can make shapes for stuff like, see, like the edge of that table, that's routed. That's a router that's done that. Or a bull, that's probably a bullnose moulding machine actually, but it could be a router. That's a moulder that's done that. You can buy planes that'll do that sort of thing, but that will be possibly like routed in, or you could do that. You might have to do it in 3 different sections, but you could do that with a router. So it's basically for coming along and creating a groove or a indentation or whatever on an edge, or like a hole. I did them for my Johnny. He's left-handed. Oh yeah. So he can cook. How you doing, Alex? Bonjour, femme, madame. Femme, brethren. But yeah, just need a big piece of wood. Nice big piece of ash, or I don't know, something like that, and I could cut it out. So anyway, gone 11 o'clock at night, still sat in here talking to you bumble clarts. I really appreciate every one of you. Big spoon Clart gathering. I might just finish off by doing a bit more on that ash and just show you how that knife really works. I've been here for a while. I think I'm gonna make a video. What is a défense? What is a défense? Good question, Alex. What is a défense? Spoon Clart collective perspective. Woohoo! You know. So let me just do a bit more with this spoon in this ash. I'll show you. Whoops. But come on. Don't be silly now. There we go. Great friend, mate. Cheers, Carnage, man. It's all good. So, can everyone see that if I hold it down a bit? Is that good for the light? So I'm going to make this bowl this shape by just elongating what's already there. Got myself. Yeah, thanks for all your funny videos and stuff as well, Carnage. They make me laugh, dude. I don't always respond, but I always watch them. The Monty Python ones are brilliant. I did get myself. Okay, perfect bowl spoon shape. Try the other one. There you go, people. Cutting like a dream. So now I've got my tools perfectly working properly, I can make some more spoons and bowls. That's what we'll be doing. So thanks everyone, appreciate you. So you should be able to make the bowl of a spoon without even cutting it out, just like that. And that's ash. So there we go. I'm going to bugger off now, people. Go and get some supper. Won't stand up. Anyway, there we go. Look at that. Beautiful. What is a router? A router. Ah, défense. Défense. Is that what you call it in French? A router, yeah? Spoons were invented by John Spoons, who got tired of eating soup with his hands. Cobb, man, you're a fucking legend. Absolute legend. If you're not subbed to Cobb, go and sub to him now. Alex, are you subbed to Cobb? Carnage, are you subbed to Cobb? Oh no. Euler's pretty. Man, that's perfect grain for a spoon. Yeah. If you go the other way in the grain. Oh, here we go. Come on. Come on, let's do it properly. Let's have this fucking shit show on the road. You can see me there, yeah? I've got freaking goddamn blood pissing out of my thumb. If you go the other way in the grain, you get a different effect. I'm giving away all my secrets, aren't I? Slippery grain. See how tough this wood is. See how tough that wood is. Look at that. There's bits coming off, like stripy. They are sharp. They are also now covered in blood. But if you go the other way in the grain, you get a different effect. Yeah. So that's the bark side of the grain. That's where the bark is. This is the other side of the grain. Get it started. Get a totally different effect. It helped me greatly if I just did this. don't get those concentric grains. You only get them when you go in the bark side of the grain. So you've got two ways to make a spoon now, and technically if that's the bark side and that's the inner side, you got three ways because you can go in that way as well, but you don't get that same effect. Sorry about the claret everywhere. Just do my head in. I've only just nicked myself, but it won't stop because it's a thumb in it. So you get like a kind of almost random until you get deep enough. When you get deep enough, it'll be like four-sided. But yeah, totally different grain. Totally different grain pattern on both sides. How cool. Defonsus. Okay, I'll go and relax. It was a wonderful live stream. Cheers, baby. Kisses. Thanks, Alex. Cob is done. Woo! Yeah, go check them out. Beautiful woodwork. Alex also does some woodwork. He recently did up a bar in France. Made all the seats out of pallets and stuff. It's really cool. He's a cool guy as well, Alex. He's absolutely awesome guy. Funny, real funny. Robert Sims, how you doing, brother? You good? I'm just about to kind of end my live stream, but I'll leave you with the two-sided spoon. Didn't know that? Yeah. Bark side in, gives you rings. Almost every single time it will be the same. If you go the other way in, it can be random. It can be, you get like a, if you go on this side, you can sometimes get like a four corners almost that come together like that. Like a cross in the middle almost. But there you go. I'm on a mission. Yeah, Michael. I'm just about to bugger off, mate. Chunk of wood would be a beautiful bowl. Yeah, I got some big pieces of willow coming up for bowls as well, so they're going to be fun. Probably bigger than the last willow bowl I did. But yeah, there you go. Quick tip. It's going to need rehandling at some point. It's cracked. But thanks, people. I really bloody appreciate every single one of you. I'm going to bugger off and chill out for the night. But I've now got a nice sharpening set and some beautiful little spoon knives that are nice and sharp now. I've got a tiny little nick in my finger which won't fucking stop bleeding. But there we go. Tools away. Thanks, people. Appreciate you all. Ooh, willow. Yeah, this is willow. That's the silver willow that I've been using. Did you see the bowl? You saw the bowl, didn't you, Michael? The big bowl. Did you see the big bowl, Michael? I will show you before I leave if you didn't. And then I'll bugger off. Whoa. I looked at the parts number, the carb number, all that for the chainsaw, and I can't find it anywhere or Google. No way. Nice one. Yes, Nikki. How you doing? You back? I don't know if you saw it, Michael, but I'll show you if you want. Put some bits away while you're deciding if you saw it or not. Now get onto your bowl, your spoon bowl, Nikki. Get it cleaned out. Those knives work awesome. Alex, super glue. I know. I'm going to stick a plaster on it. It's not even that bad. Because I kept putting pressure on it, using it. It's only the tiniest little nick. Look, it's stopped already. It's not even there. Tiniest little nick in the corner. So, yeah, she'll be right. She'll be right. I popped over to Sphere's live. She had the Aurora Borealis. Whoa! Gonna have to go and find that. Let's go. See you later. That's cool, Nick. Has she got it still out now? Has she gone Betty Bows? Yeah, that's awesome. I'll go and catch it up. Thanks, you wonderful people. You're freaking awesome. 50 people still watching, 124 likes. You're fucking cool people. I'm really glad you enjoy chatting with me and watching woodwork and doing all that. It really inspires me to keep going, making things. So, 2026, year of the Clart. Oh, she's indoors. I'm going to make her go back outside. Cool. Thanks, people. I'm going to bugger off. Knackered. Done about half an hour more. GBA. GBA. Thanks, Nick. It's awesome. Appreciate you. I'm going to go and see if it's out. It's not out here, is it? I wonder if it's out here. No, it's out. Cheers, Nick. Appreciate you that. I'll sort your spoon ting Clart and get it on the go. Hamar Outlay. How you doing, brother? Get outside. Get outside. Go on. You know that shop, Go Outdoors? Move that. Full of blood. The shop, Go Outdoors. That's what we always say. Shall we go and have a look and go outside? Have a look. I will. I don't know if it's clear. Can't tell with all these lights on. But see you later, people. Take care. You're all wonderful. Thank you very much. Love you. Bye.